In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
All right. By the way, we're recording there, TikToker.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. You and all the other 12-year-old girls using that app are having a great fucking time right now.
Boys! Well, holy fucking shit. What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
Ooh, hey.
Doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, what are we doing? What are we even doing here?
What
I
a
think it's
fucking...
a
I'll be your
podcast.
buddy.
I'll be your buddy.
What?
Are we doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing? I thought I was just here to drink and smoke.
When have we ever done a podcast?
I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Friends Podcast. That's Mikey.
That's Mikey, that's Scott, that's John, I'm
that's
Jazz.
Jazz. That's John. Yeah.
Hi, I'm John.
Hey.
We are coming to you not even fucking close to live from the Warfighter Tobacco Studios.
In beautiful San Antonio,
Tejas.
Texas.
I wish I had like an applause button.
Yeah, right?
Right?
I think we do in the fucking soundboard. We just... Don't just start randomly pushing buttons, please.
Yeah, just random. Who cares?
Yeah, fuck, push a button.
What do we got?
Wrong button.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Nice.
Oh,
dude.
God.
There it
Ooh,
is.
there it is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm into that.
I think that just set the mood.
Yeah, wow.
Good God, Jazz.
I
How
hate
was
to
your
say this,
weekend?
boys,
Late night with the Freedom Friends.
but that channel wasn't recording, so our listeners.
Oh,
have no
God.
So
In case
there's
you want to know, it went from game show to DJ scratching to porn music. It was fucking, it was a ride. It was a
Quite the ride.
ride.
So what is it? It's Chef on South Park.
That was his theme song.
Yeah, that was his theme song.
Shit was serious. Scott, how was your weekend,
I
buddy?
want to make love to your asshole.
And that was Scott's weekend. Right there.
Pretty much.
It was fun. It was really fun. It
Yeah, it was great.
was very wholesome.
No, let's see. What did I do? Friday nights. We went to the Elephant.
Yeah, we hung out Friday
Yeah, we
night
hung out
because
Friday night.
bars reopened in Texas.
Yeah.
And people showed up to show their support.
You know,
the
it
bars
was the
coming back.
weirdest ID check I ever had. I had to get my temperature checked.
What's weird is they only checked you.
Yeah, and so
Did they use the rectal thermometer? With you
Yeah,
guys?
no. So he had.
Well,
he
that's
had
what he
a-
said it was, but it was actually just his thumb.
He had a little laser.
why it's weird.
He had a little laser that he put to my forehead, and I'm like, no, I only do this the right way. And I turn around, drop my pants, and he's like, you better get in or get out. I'm like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Glad to see we're on the same page there, guy.
He's like, you're good. Okay.
Do you want lube? I brought lube.
But I prefer syrup.
You can go in dry. It's cool.
It's a
Rub some dirt on it. It's fine.
Totally
Lick
fine.
your finger first. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean the thermometer.
Bite the pillow.
Yeah,
bitch, I'm
Friday,
going in dry.
me, you, and Johnny Boy hung out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Jack Mandeville and
Yeah.
Timmy.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Timmy.
Some of the ladies were there.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun.
It was a good time.
Then Saturday,
Yeah, I
we
couldn't make it.
went to the river.
I heard you made it earlier and then bailed like a
Yeah,
vagina.
I had fucking date night, man.
Well, we went directly after work.
Yeah.
In order to
One of our local,
the local watering hole and
our normal
prime.
shithole.
It was
kicked
funny.
the
I
tradition back
drove
up.
by where you guys were, and I'm like, "That's a really fucking cool bar." And it like touristy
Turns
shit.
out we
and
were there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I'm like, "Fuck! I should have just went there and started drinking."
Yeah. Well, the problem was you would have had to get your own table because we were maxed out on table
Dude, then we
space.
got yelled at for standing.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't be standing. You have to sit.
So those of you listening don't know, Texas has these kind of crazy rules with the phase 2 of the reopening. Bars are open, 25%, no more than 6 people at a table, and you can't leave the table.
No, you
What?
can't stand next to the table.
Like, what if
Yeah.
you like? What if you like quarantined in like a commune, right? And you practice all the fucking rules that they put out there, but you have like 15 people in one dwelling.
Right.
And then you go to the bar and you're like, no, like we've quarantined together for the past 3.5 months. Like we're good.
They don't care.
I know, but it's the weirdest thing in the world.
Ask
Well-
any traditional Catholic family that has like 15
Right?
people in their fucking house. Like, fuck, man. Like,
I mean, for that matter, like fucking all of us have been quarantining together for the last 3.5 months.
yeah,
Exactly.
basically.
But literally, the people in this room right now would max out capacity
Yeah.
at a bar table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
who's drawing
not
the short straw?
not very strictly enforced though.
No, it was not. Not at the bar we were at.
No, because
At the first bar, they
clearly
were-
the angry
first bar, they were-
elephant.
It was heavily suggested in the best sarcasm I've ever heard.
Yeah, because I think that we had like 9 people at our table at the second bar or something like that. It was
But
not
it's also
heavily
the
enforced.
difference between going to like a bar that's in a downtown setting and going to a bar that's a
Called the Angry Elephant.
a politically themed bar.
Yeah,
That's true. It's a conservative fucking like haven.
you got to
over
look
there.
at the neighborhood that bar's in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so much on the blue side.
No.
Yeah.
So after Friday night, how was the rest of your weekend?
That was good. We went to the river on Saturday, and that was busy.
Yeah.
And it was adventurous. And
That's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Cooked a mean fucking brisket.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it might have been one of my best ones yet.
I don't
Not
think
gonna lie.
I didn't even get to try it.
I'll bring it. I got.
I focused on my drinking and
It was
not
an
my eating.
18-pound brisket, and I
Holy
probably still
fuck.
have 12 pounds left.
That's a big fucking cow.
You know, the funny thing is like we had, I don't know, probably a dozen people, 15 people,
yeah, at
maybe more
least.
than that went. And so I had to go to 3 different stores to find a brisket.
Yeah, I
And
appreciate that text message you were going to send me.
fuck, dude, Saturday morning's a shit show. I'll get to that in a minute. But I went to 3 different stores trying to find a brisket, and the only brisket I could find was 18.5 pounds.
Jesus.
And I was just like,
How
fuck
about
it.
the HEB right now is limiting people one brisket per.
They didn't even have
order.
any.
That's why.
It blew my mind. I was
Because
like,
everybody
what?
and their mom went out and bought like
The stuff
'cause they were
that's
like-
sold out right now is just fucking weird.
Yeah. It's like literally Lysol spray and brisket
And webcams.
and webcams. Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm just glad you can get toilet paper again without freaking the fuck out. Like that was the dumbest fucking
Never
shit.
had a problem
so
getting
stupid.
toilet paper.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't have any issues, but it was still weird to see. Like now I go to the store and it's like, okay, this is there. But then
Yeah.
like you're right though, there's like random weird things like
Yeah, like
just aren't.
webcam, computer monitors for some fucking reason you can't buy right now.
Really?
A lot of people
They're
work from
everywhere.
home, man.
And
they want
TVs.
their
TVs are all gone unless they are like 20-inch TVs or 75-inch TVs.
No
Other than that,
shit.
all the TVs are fucking gone. It's like, what the fuck?
So my sister went to go buy a deep freezer.
Apparently, everybody.
Nope.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nowhere
was-
in
it's
Greater
shit like
Phoenix
that.
was a deep freezer. Yeah.
It's like, so there was a mad run on like toilet paper and electronics. It's like, the fuck?
It's weird,
No.
man.
Yeah.
So it happens when you watch TV and don't get off the couch.
Yeah, right. It's true.
But you could still get like, thermometers and aspirin and like,
You know the-
everything that you
Yeah.
might want to put in like a quick trauma kit.
Right.
Yep. That was all fine. But
Do you guys know the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer?
the taste.
Color.
You failed, sir. You are correct.
Could be the color too.
It's the taste.
It could be the color.
It's the taste. I'm telling you, it's the
It
taste.
could be the color, the taste, the smell. You want to know the definition of a sadist?
Huh.
A proctologist that keeps his thermometer in the freezer.
You know the definition. You know the definition of a best friend. Somebody who goes downtown and gets 2 blowjobs, comes back and gives you one.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus.
Can I get one of
Wait,
these
you
to
got-
go?
You guys are best friends, right?
Let me tell you about my best friend.
Mikey, I would let you suck my dick anytime.
Thanks, guy. Likewise. Likewise. Especially with that haircut. Holy fuck.
It's looking fucking
My first,
snazzy.
my first
Dude.
post-COVID
Dude,
haircut.
I know you're not wearing a hat because you're flaunting it. You're enjoying that fucking,
Fucking.
not
Yeah.
having the
I
fucking
think,
lion's
I
name.
think with the haircut, the beard looks way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also got the beard trimmed up. And,
No, I know, but
shaved
it
up.
just
Yeah, I don't look as ridiculous. I don't look as fucking homeless.
it was the hair, wasn't it?
But you were straight
Yeah,
up.
it was
You
the
were
hair.
true to it though, man. You didn't cut shit
Yeah,
the
you were
whole
just
time.
like, fuck
you
Yeah.
fucking.
I said I wasn't going to trim any of it like while I was in lockdown.
Yeah.
I fucking maintained it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
nice to have
boy.
a fucking cut.
And now
down.
you can manscape, so Caitlin's not getting hairballs.
Yeah, I know. We had to like fucking run some errands and stuff after the haircut.
She actually had to buy floss now. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Jesus.
No, she didn't.
He likes it when it saves the taste for
Yeah, it
later.
was organic. I was providing organic floss.
Oh, nice.
See, fucking saving the planet one pube
Dude,
at a time.
it's gluten free, free range, non GMO.
Grass-fed.
Grass-fed. Locally sourced.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't import it.
The ribeyes are grain fed. You don't want that.
You don't want that.
Oh, shit.
God.
How about Sunday, buddy?
Well, Saturday night, then after the river. So we went to the river probably, I don't know, noonish.
Yeah.
And I drank until 2 a.m. Went to my buddy's Jim's house and somebody busted out the karaoke and God damn it was a funny, good time.
What's your go-to karaoke
I don't do karaoke.
But Scott and I were actually just
We were
talking
just
about
talking
this
about that.
earlier. So I just got this new game to learn how to play guitar using my PlayStation. And it's called
Rocksmith?
Yeah, Rocksmith.
Yeah.
And it's really it's like Guitar Hero, but with a real you plug in a real guitar to your PlayStation. You
Dude,
play
there's some
through
people
your
online
TV
that
and
play
shit.
that shit.
Really?
That you're like,
Yeah.
and they'll blind
And the-
read those songs.
And the
like,
the cool
it's
thing is,
insane.
so it's just like Guitar Hero, where you can start off with literally like one finger on one string, and you're like, bing, or you can play the whole chord, and then it goes like from super simple, like 8% difficulty in the song, to like 100%, and you got to play the fucking song like
Yeah.
the dude wrote it.
And then
know?
the songs also, there's a bunch of people that will then go and tab the songs. Like they'll write the song for the game.
yeah.
So everything you can imagine is
I mean, you
available
can
for that
get
thing to download.
anything.
And it's
Nice.
so
Nice.
so you can either you can do the whole jam band campfire type guitar playing where like you just learn a bunch of fucking John Mayer songs or some shit and you're good to go.
Sure.
Or you can
Or like
actually
figure
learn-
out how to like actually like shred
Well, like-
legitimately.
Like, because, I mean, and Jazz knows this, but I play guitar. I played guitar since I was
shit.
14. Yeah.
Oh, when are you
the
gonna fucking
fuck?
teach
Yeah.
me?
I'm not teaching shit. I'm not that good.
You're better than me. I guarantee
Like,
that.
But like I have like a fucking Gibson Les Paul at home and a Marshall half stack that's just fucking sitting there. I haven't touched in fucking
don't know
like a
any of
decade.
that.
Damn
Yeah, I
near.
know. I'm waiting for you to tell me you don't want that half stack anymore.
No, it's one of the English ones. Dude.
I know.
That's a fucking you've
It's
seen
actually
it.
it's actually got a tube
I have a-
processor on it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a real nice one.
That's why I want it.
I have a Yamaha acoustic that I got at the PX.
I used to
plug
piss
in.
off the people in the barracks like so bad. I would fucking crank that bitch and just go nuts with it.
Actually, I don't want the cabinet. I actually just want the
The head.
processor.
You want the head?
Yeah. I just
It's a
want the
nice
head.
fucking head.
Well, it's still vacuum too.
I love a nice head.
No, we know.
So yeah,
We
anyway,
know.
so John was we're gonna master this. You're gonna master the guitar.
Yeah, so
Back to karaoke.
I'm gonna learn the guitar, and Scott's gonna learn
There are
one
fucking
song
squirrels
karaoke
everywhere in this.
Oh, they're
bitch
so
today. Jesus.
But Scott's gonna learn one song, like just fucking crush one song karaoke.
Like, don't fear the Reaper.
Ooh, maybe.
that might work.
Yeah.
And I'm just
I'll
gonna
play
learn
cowbell.
that song,
I'll cowbell it for you.
and I'm just gonna learn that one song, like master it on guitar.
Sure.
And that we're like a one-trick pony.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys up next? Like, yeah, we fucking crush it. And I'm like, yeah, fucking encore. Like,
no, just one.
That's it.
That's it.
You guys just get a taste. That's a good idea.
It's not bad.
That's a good idea.
But I've owned this guitar for like 7 years.
Is there a special like cord you have to get to fucking plug into your?
It comes so if you buy the game, like you get it in a kit, and it comes with the I don't even know what do they call those?
It's a 3.5 to USB cable.
It's
Okay.
what he said.
Okay.
It comes with it.
An adapter.
No,
Is that only PlayStation or do they got that?
And
cross,
it's
like,
also got a little
cross-platform or what?
also got a little preamp so that it'll actually it powers the pickups so you can actually
yeah.
So you could actually use yours.
Yeah.
So my humbuckers will work.
Yeah. It's designed to use with your guitar.
Yeah, whatever
That's
equipment
awesome.
you're running.
That's cool. What's this called?
Rocksmith.
Fuck, man, I'll look
Yep.
into it.
Yeah.
I would
Pretty
love to
cool.
get. I haven't picked up a guitar in fucking years, man. I really need to.
There's a really good app too that you can use that listens to your guitar while you're playing. It'll
About
teach you.
once or twice a week,
Called Musician.
I'll
That's
bust
pretty
it out and I'll play for like 2 hours until my fingers are raw, and then I can't play for like another week, and
No,
I
that's
forget
the-
everything
that's
that I
the thing.
did.
You got to keep going, man. That's how you build them calluses.
I know.
My shit used to be so thick I could grab a fucking like pot of
You're
coffee.
better off.
Fucking.
You're better off to do like
Not
half
feel
an
it.
hour a day
Yeah. Yep.
for repetition.
But like I get into it, you know,
Yeah.
and then the next thing you know, it's like 2 hours, and you're like, oh, I can't. My hand hurts so
Yeah.
bad.
You know, that was the one thing I was really worried about when I got wounded. When I fucking took the shrapnel through my hand, is I was like, "Fuck, am I gonna be able to play guitar like I used to?" You know, just because it fucking literally broke my knuckle.
Poorly?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're all right.
Yeah, I'm still good. I'm still good for it.
It actually gave me this weird sound. It's cool.
It's a lot less twangy now.
All right. So you're going to become a karaoke master. You decided that Saturday night. So
Yeah.
What happened Sunday?
Sunday I came into work and I put bands and
Yeah.
on cigars. And,
We we launched a new cigar.
I slept till noon because I had a hangover. and then I work till
2 days,
6, 7.
2 days of hardcore drinking will do that at your age.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine you. I think
it wasn't too bad, but
at 38, I'm fucking hurting. I can only imagine what it's like at 106.
right.
You know, fuck.
Well, that's 106 on this cycle.
Yeah, yeah.
Because every 150, he just starts over.
Oh, so he's technically like 6.
It's like the old cars when the odometer gets to a certain point.
It
It's
just
like
clicks
0.
It's like any car that'll tell you it's only got 4,000 original miles. Yeah,
Okay, buddy.
sure it
So the
does.
1970
guy.
what? No.
This thing's made a trip to the moon and back.
Yeah. So that was my weekend.
Nice.
Well, that was
Jazz?
John about his weekend, but apparently
I went to the river
we just
Saturday.
heard the whole fucking
Went
story. so-
drinking with you guys or with Jazz on Friday.
Yeah.
Sunday, I just kind of chilled most of the day. Took care of some shit around the house. And then today I've been in here since like 6:37. Fucking banded like 1,300 cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jazz, how about you? How's the weekend?
My weekend was mellow, man. Friday I went out with these guys, and then I had some drinks with you after work. Met with these guys, and then slept in Saturday, and I literally did not. It was one of those days. Remember the conversation we had about the step tracker? Dude said he had like 12 steps that day or whatever.
Yeah.
I had that day,
Oh, that's so awesome.
but I like literally never got out of my bed.
Nice.
Like,
Well, you can pull it up on your phone.
Well, you have the bed that like you could actually
yeah, go
fucking,
zero G
like,
and
it's just
shit.
like
Yeah.
0 G and like sit up and be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a catheter day.
Kind of tired.
And then yesterday,
I
I,
get my bedpan.
yesterday I took it pretty easy in the morning, and then I
Just going full Iraq, pissing in bottles again.
yeah, pretty much. But I
All 4 of us just looked at each other like,
but
Never drink the lemonade.
Sunday I rearranged my office. I didn't like the way my office was laid out, so
Oh, did you do what we were
rearranged
talking about?
everything. Yeah, I moved my desk around in my bookcase and
Yeah.
changed some shit around, and it's laid out a lot better now. Doing everything I want it to do, and
Better feng shui.
better feng shui.
Feng shui.
And because I'm a total fucking nerd, I put underglow on my desk and shit like that. So
I think it's better for the flow. If the
you gotta
keg
put
goes over
hydraulics
here.
on it too.
yeah. No, I had these from my production company. I had these fucking orange projector lights. That was well, they're not orange. They're actually multicolor. Like you
Yeah.
can change whatever color you want. And I had them sitting around, and I was like, I'm not doing anything else with these. So mounted one in my bookcase, and then mounted another one underneath my desk.
A little
So
uplighting.
the
Set the
underside of the desk glows. and
Ominous
stuff like
glow.
that. Well, what's cool about it now is if I go in there at night and the lights are off or whatever, like they just stay on all the time.
Yeah.
Is it like a black light where you can see all the stains?
No, it's why it's orange.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Dude, if it was a black light, you could see that office from space.
Yeah, damn
this-
right.
There's this weird glow coming from this window.
Like the fucking guys in the Hubble, they're like, is that the Luxor in Vegas? No, that's in Texas. Oh, it's Jazz's office guy.
Yeah, he installed black lights.
Yeah,
It's kind of
fucking
gross.
rowdy. No, that's about it, man. I fucking tried to take it as easy as I could this weekend and just take it mellow. I did some, it's stuff around the house, and then
Yep.
finally got my hair cut, as we've all commented on.
Yeah.
Nice.
You look fucking
You look good, bud.
Beautiful.
You look good.
Feels better. Feels a fuck ton better. But
We talked about it earlier. Like it just like a good haircut will fucking just change your outlook.
When's
Just
the
be
last time you got a good haircut?
7th grade.
What president is it? When is the next Olympics?
Right? The last time I got a good haircut, I think I was 22. It's 15 years ago.
Yeah. Well, beard cut.
It's hard.
Beard
It's
cut
hard
makes
for
you
me
feel
to
good.
think of you with hair.
It
I don't know if I remember a John with hair.
was a 3-finger high and tight. That was it.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I had. I had
Yeah.
the asshole haircut.
Good God.
You would.
You were,
I know.
you were getting thanked for your service long before the war.
I guess
Yeah.
with that being said, this is what we call karma.
Right?
But,
Well, one of your Joes is like, I hope that motherfucker's hair falls out.
And it did. Didn't take long either.
You got him, Russell. You got him.
Actually, I think it was Carhartt.
Oh, okay.
Mikey, how was your weekend? You save puppies or cure cancer or whatever the fuck it is that you do on the
Did you go play
weekend?
Santa, be the Easter Bunny?
No, not this weekend. Well, Friday, obviously, I had drinks with you, and then a date night with Haley. Kind of just kept it low key. And then Saturday, woke up, fucking sent Haley. No, I guess I sent her to the range Sunday. Saturday, what the fuck did I do Saturday? I don't think I did shit. I think it was very similar to yours. I just fucking did nothing.
Yeah,
It's kind of nice.
it was awesome.
Yeah, I just kind of relaxed, fucking watch movies with the kids.
I
hung
normally
out.
like try to do stuff on the weekends, but
Yeah.
this one I was like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing shit.
And I sent Haley to the range Sunday so she can go get some trigger time, and then fucking watch the kids, play with the fucking new puppy, hung out. And then today I took the kids down to Fort Sam to the cemetery. Something we do every year, just
Yeah.
to make sure they fucking understand what this day is all about and whatnot. They always write thank you cards and
And since it's coming out a week late, this day doesn't make any sense to anybody.
yeah,
but
yeah. Well,
We're
today
recording
we are
this on.
recording.
we're recording
We're
this
recording
on
on
Memorial
Memorial
Day.
Day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I took the kids down there and like they know like they put like a penny on the whatever, they pick a gravestone and put a penny on it, to let that family know that people have visited them and shit like that, and
Nice.
really just doing all that.
Yeah.
What's the quote we're all using at work right this year? Fucking Ronald Reagan said it. It can,
We're one generation away from the loss of liberty.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important to fucking pass that on to the little ones.
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously did. I mean, shit, one of your kids joined and fucking
Two of them.
two of your kids joined,
Yeah, I don't know if they
Shit,
they don't comprehend it very well when they're younger, but like the older two, obviously, like they probably get it now.
I'm sure there's a curve.
So there's a curve.
I don't expect my 9-year-old to quote the fucking Bill of Rights.
I got a
but-
really cool experience today.
Some of it's applied though on that. So there's a difference between learned knowledge and applied knowledge.
Yeah.
So learning about something is one thing. Like you can regurgitate facts or
Yeah.
whatever. But when you can take that knowledge and there's an application to it, that's what actually creates understanding.
Yeah.
Right.
So even things like going to the cemetery or your kids that are joining and stuff like that, all of a sudden that it's applying knowledge to a real world example. And that's when all of a sudden that applied knowledge all of a sudden clicks, and that's where true understanding comes in.
Yeah.
It's the biggest problem we have with like standardized testing and stuff like that. Is
Right.
that doesn't do anything, but you can just regurgitate things. You being able to memorize something and you understanding something are two different things.
Yeah.
So I think that's, it's, your younger kids, of course they don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing to
I think
apply it to.
they have a little bit of an understanding, but they don't, Yeah.
No. So I had a really cool experience today. So I've known Scott's boys, pretty much all of them, since they were born, except for Nathan. He was a couple years old the first time I met him.
Yeah.
With this litter.
Yeah.
I mean, not like, the not past generations, because God knows how many fucking kids over the millennia that this guy's had. Jesus.
So Darren is in the Coast Guard, and we're wrote band of cigars today, and Scott and Michelle were outside doing something, and Michelle left her phone in here, and her phone rang, and I saw it was Darren's name just out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh, she didn't want to miss this because he's off defending this great country right now. So I pick up the phone, and I'm like, hey buddy, it's John, what's going on?
He's defending the coast. Let's pump the brakes there.
So I pick up the phone. I'm like, "Hey, buddy, it's John. What's going on?" And I've known him since he was fucking this big. All the way up until right the day before he left to join the Coast Guard. And so I talked to him on the phone for probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes before I hand him over to his mom. And I mean, it was like talking to a whole different person.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And it was just like, whoa,
Yeah.
like fuck.
Motherfucking kid grew up, dude.
It's
Yeah.
nuts. And it was like that.
He went from 4 months ago leaving for basic as a child
Yeah.
to now he's like, I can see the maturity. Like it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Again,
It's
yeah, I mean,
really
that's
cool
but that's
to
the
see.
difference between
Fucking-
learned knowledge and applied knowledge. That's
Yeah.
it'll change you
applying
over.
knowledge. It's true.
So good for
But
him
yeah.
though, man.
That was
I think that's awesome.
That was my weekend.
Hey, would you mind handing me one of those fine cigars you got sitting over there?
Oh, yeah, me
buddy.
too, please.
Fucking
Ooh.
appreciate you, buddy.
Speaking of which, what are you guys about to spark up there?
These are the new vaccines, and these are ones that we have not put
I was
bans
feeling a
on
little
yet, so,
under the weather,
uh,
so I decided I'd
yeah, this
put some vaccine in.
is a goddamn cure for something. We haven't figured out what yet.
Yeah, I don't know what it cures, but it cures something.
Well, didn't Zeno say that a little blue smoke from a cigar cures the ails that chase you in life?
I think that's a true statement,
I'm pretty sure that was Zeno. I may have misquoted that a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that was Zeno Davidoff.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but if fucking Zeno said it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with it.
Have you guys got the opportunity to read our side effects
No.
for the vaccine?
No.
They're pretty good on the website.
Yeah.
Does it cause anal leakage?
Actually, the last one is anal leakage.
Yes.
It's side effects may include susceptibility to mind control by nefarious forces, alternate realities that don't remain quite so alternate, blue tinged vision, some mutation, ability to see the future, universe altering megalomania, telekinesis, not recommended for expectant mothers, may cause pyromania in gestational children, brain hemisphere separation, development of alternate personalities that aren't aware of one another, moderate to severe zombieism, and anal leakage. While none of these have ever happened to a single person ever, we thought they were funny.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that. What are we sipping on?
What if I already have universe-changing megalomania?
You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
there.
okay, cool.
Well, you
My
did.
left-
It's a pre-existing condition.
You did
Like-
smoke one of these last week, so
Oh, fuck.
You definitely just named off a couple things that I have.
Yeah.
I'll
You know,
let,
I tried
I'll let
to-
your imagination fucking figure out which.
Anal leakage. I tried to touch on a little bit of something that most people,
All right, 3 things.
I tried to touch on like a bunch of stuff that most people would be like, ooh, like kind of close to home.
I
in a
remember the
weird,
last time
fucked
I
up
had
way.
just-
and then
Gestational pregnancy.
there's a small percentage of our customers who they bought this cigar just in hopes of getting a side effect.
right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I myself, right now, I'm on the 556 Garrison
I
Corojo.
finished a 50 field
in a Toro.
a minute ago in a 660. That was my first cigar of the day. I needed it so bad.
yeah.
But we are all having a beverage
We are.
to
Yes.
go along with the cigar
Dude,
from a fan of the show and a fan of Warfighter.
fucking
And a
good,
really good
too.
friend of ours.
A guest of the show at one point.
And it was a guest
What'd
on
you
the
say,
show.
Mikey?
Huh?
What'd you say?
It's fucking good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
So this
I
is
thought you said he was
this
a
bottle
fucking
was a
good
gift
dude.
from a man who should not be trusted with firearms. Either that or he is such a good shot that he can take somebody off with the knuckle. Like you just gotta.
Cody, we're not talking about you.
Yeah. But Big Jim
Yeah.
gave us this bottle, and he's a good dude. Was a guest of the show, and
It's
he's
awesome, man.
It's Napogue Castle 12 Irish whiskey.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
And it is
It is
pretty,
not
pretty
bad.
tasty.
Yeah,
Flip that little canister around.
I was expecting a little bit more.
Nope, flip it around so they can read it. Oh, there you go. Oh.
No.
Let me turn it again.
I was
One more
expecting
time.
a little bit more Scotch quality to it,
Yeah, because it's a single malt.
but it's
I think I like
Not
it
at
because
all.
it doesn't have that.
Yeah.
no. That's what I'm saying. But it doesn't have that at all. This is a very easy to drink
Yeah.
whiskey.
Whiskey.
Whiskeys.
Speaking of the whiskeys, we also got a refill.
Oh, we
We
did.
did.
Oh, fucking.
We each got a personalized bottle of Jameson again.
We did.
Do you want to pass those around so we can make sure they're labeled correctly?
Yeah,
Or,
go ahead and read what I've written for each of you.
Oh,
for
nice. AARP actual. And what?
AKA Reaper.
Oh, AKA Reaper.
Oh, buddy. Actually hammered. That's true.
The brain. That's mine right there.
And mine says E EDC.
EDC. There we go.
This is one of my ADCs.
Scott doesn't leave home without it.
Like, we got a
Big shout out.
supply drop from
Our good buddy Matt Hilligoss.
Matt Hilligoss,
Yeah.
making sure that we're
Fucking-
staying hydrated.
you.
That's just a guy that cares.
You
That's
know,
all.
does
the
care.
best part about this is
What
when
a
I went.
fucking good dude.
Fuck.
I
fucking
love
good dude.
fucking good dudes.
We know you do.
So when I went to go pick this up at Specs, right? I picked up the last batch.
Yeah.
Was it the same chick?
It was the same chick. And
Yes.
the best part about it is I walk up to the counter and I was like, hey, I got to pick up blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, you need to talk to the girl, and points, and there's no girl over there. And she's like, oh, well, when the girl comes back over there at the desk, you need to go talk to her. That's where the pickups are. I'm like, sure, no problem. Awesome. I pay for the stuff that I got for, the weekend, and I walk over to go, pick up our supply drop. And So I'm sitting there, I don't know, maybe a minute or two. She was getting shit from the back. She comes out with like 3 more orders that were, I mean, they're crushing it. They're fucking slinging booze out that door.
Sure.
And she walks up and I was like, hey, my name's John. I got to pick up an order. It came, and I pulled up the text and it came from this guy. Here's all the information. If you need anything else, let me know. Yeah. And she's like, okay. And she's looking. She's like, I'm not seeing anything. I was like, it's just probably 4 bottles of Jameson. I was like, I don't really know because it was a listener of ours who got it for us. And she's like, wait, yeah, I gave you 4 bottles of Jameson a couple weeks ago. I'm like, yes, ma'am, you did. She goes, you got 4 more? I'm like, yeah, from the same guy. She goes, what do you guys do? I was like, I don't know if you want to know this or not.
We drink bourbon.
We drink booze and smoke cigars and make asses of ourselves.
But yeah, she goes, is this going to be like a regular thing? I was like, well, I kind of hope so. I was like, I don't really know, but maybe.
It's but Matthew, I'm sure you'll hear this, and
thank
we got
you.
him when we fucking
dude,
appreciate
brother,
it.
thank
As
you
always,
so
brother.
much.
Yeah,
And,
it's fucking huge.
Speaking of which, has anybody reached out to Dependa and try and figure out this fucking booze pickup thing? He has sent messages to like every fucking
I think
channel.
he just needs to go through Specs instead of that little.
I think
liquor
that's what we
store.
got to do is just
Yeah.
tell him to go to Specs, unless it's something that can't be had there. It's the only reason I can figure.
Whatever's at that liquor store down here. Specs has 100 of them.
I just hope he got his money back.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, can we send a message? Make sure he got his money back, and if he did and still wants us to do a pickup,
Yeah.
just tell him to fucking switch to that Specs on 35.
If he
Yeah.
didn't get his money back, we're all putting masks on and going to the liquor store.
Yeah, give me
Which is kosher right
Which
now.
is
it's
completely
normal.
allowed.
give me
yeah.
my fucking booze, motherfucker.
So, speaking of which, I mentioned that Haley went to the range yesterday.
Yeah, how's her
And-
eyeballs?
She is enjoying them. She's got her new laser eyes, but she had to wear a mask. Like they were making her wear masks, even though it's outdoor range. She had to wear a mask. And like she sends me a picture and she goes, I feel like I'm practicing to rob a fucking bank.
Seriously, it's fucking dumb.
When I went to go zero my Grey Ghost, the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, sir, you need to wear a mask. I was like while I'm shooting, they're like, yeah. I'm like, what happens if I don't? Like, well, you have to wear a mask. I'm like, okay. So I walked down all the way to the lane that they gave me, which is like the furthest one. And I sat down and took my mask off first thing. Put the gun up, started unpacking all my shit, getting everything set up. And like all I had to do was zero. It took me, I don't know, fucking 14 rounds.
Yeah.
There's
What's funny is the
turrets and
places that are
everything.
requiring masks and the places that aren't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any damn sense. Like a gun range is requiring it, but like Target doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like,
Walmart's not. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, I know we talked about this before, but you can't get COVID at Walmart or Target or any of these
No, they're
big box
safe
stores.
spaces.
Yeah, you can't it doesn't work there.
I think my favorite is that the CDC came out and said that they're like, oops, by the way, turns out you can't really get it from touching surfaces.
Right.
And it's like, God damn it, you fucking assholes. After you've crushed the market on fucking hand sanitizer and gloves and
Everything.
bullshit, and now you're telling me that it's really not that easy to catch. It's like,
They
fuck
need to,
you,
they need
man.
to look into
Get
see
your shit
who's
together.
on the board of the CDC that has stock or ownership in
Right.
fucking Lysol.
No shit, dude.
Purell.
Or toilet
Yeah.
paper.
Fucking for real,
You know?
man. Like, it's like, just let my stock go up for a little while. Let it get really high. And I'm going to sell. As soon as I sell, let's release this. It's insider trading. It's fucking finest, man. It's bullshit. But,
Yeah.
oh, man. You know what we need, boys?
More booze?
Yeah.
We need,
Midget strippers, a show pony, 2 unicorns, and a ball gag.
I'm liking all this. This is all quality suggestion. But I think what we really need is a good so-no shit story.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what we need.
Yeah, we haven't had one in a
I'm
minute.
going to kibosh the no shit story.
Yeah?
And this is why. So, as John said earlier, got a call from my boy who's in the Coast Guard. He's been in his barracks now for a good week. And I asked him, I said, hey, tell me the funniest barrack story you got. He's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, you're living in the barracks.
Yeah.
glad you gave him a week.
Yeah.
Tell them the example. What's the example you gave?
When
him?
you're a boot, your first barrack story
Right.
is usually one of your
The
biggest
first,
shit
and it's
show.
usually the first fucking night.
Yeah.
I have a great first barrack story.
Me too.
So so I'm talking to him and I'm like, what's the funniest thing that's happened? He's like, oh, well, the fire alarm went off. And I locked my key in my room or some shit. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, hasn't anybody like pulled a train on a midget stripper? And he's like, I don't even know what that means. I'm like, oh, well, I said, well, thank you for making your mother proud. and maybe next week you'll try to make me proud. You know,
That's a true story. That's exactly what he said.
But right now, I am just disappointed.
And so I think for the podcast, I think we need to tell.
So this is gonna be like a group. So no shit.
Well, yeah, I think we need to share
It's a Barracks Stories.
Barracks stories so the Coast Guard who listens to this can step up their goddamn game
Man, you're making me
just
reach
a
back
little
to
bit.
08.
I know. I don't even know.
Oh, wait. I'm reaching back to 2001.
That's adorable. Scott's racing back to like 45 BC.
Jesus was my bunkmate.
So is
It was my horse.
so is me and 4 hoplites living in a tent.
we had some myrrh and
Then these Persian bitches showed up.
These bitches smelled like frankincense, and I just could not control myself.
Caesar used to be a punk bitch.
So it was awesome. They grabbed one on each arm. I chopped each limb off. Then I went to town.
So I'll kick off the whole
Used
Barracks.
their own blood as lube.
I'll kick off the Barracks story. I'm gonna. It might have been my. I don't know. A little bit more recent, like 98. We're gonna go with, and I got sent to Fort Campbell, and
He just means 98. There's no
Yeah, it's actually like
just
year 98.
98. Yeah, like that's
It is literally 98 AD.
yeah,
That is it.
back in the day when Fort Campbell was the first.
because it was just your
just-
Barracks stories had to be boring as fuck. It was just you.
Scott getting drunk by himself.
So I get to Fort Campbell.
When did
Oh God damn
I'm just
it!
curious.
I want to tell my fucking story.
No, I'm just gonna have the producer look something up while you tell your story. When did the 101st start? What's the starting, like the founding date?
I will look that up right now, but
Okay.
just in reference, Scott, this story is from '98.
Yes,
I was 1 year old.
I know. that in no way surprises me.
Scott's like, you're welcome, and your
Yeah.
mom's cute.
Where were you born?
Here.
I was born in Humble, Texas.
All right, we're
and
good.
The 101st Airborne Division was created in 1942.
Oh shit.
Back in 1942.
Would you let the man tell his story?
I kind of want to hear that, but anyway. So I get to my barracks, and John knows the barracks that were right around where we were, right this
Yeah.
outside the company area. I did not stay in those.
No, you had different ones down the street.
Down the street
Yeah.
on the PT path,
Yep.
there was 3 like literal World War II barracks. There was-
Shithole buildings.
They were shithole buildings. So
Like Kwanzaa huts.
no,
they were like cement block. Like
it was
you
a
could look
long,
at it and
skinny
be like,
building,
I don't know if that used to be a jail
or
or-
a shitty hotel.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Marine Corps barracks. Oh, God. All right.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But it was only one story.
No, it was 2. I was on
was?
the second story. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it was 2 story. So I got introduced to the best beer that I had ever had at the time. That was like $13 for a fucking cube of beer. Like it was cheap. Meister Brau.
I remember Meisters.
Yeah.
I
And
haven't seen that in fucking years.
I haven't seen it either, man.
Yeah.
I would buy it if I could find it, but I've never seen it again. But so these barracks, we never, ever, ever had a barracks inspection because we were like, what, a mile from the company?
They didn't want the asbestos.
We were about a mile away from
At
the
least a
company
mile.
area.
But it was literally there was nothing around it.
Yeah,
Like-
there was 6 buildings
There's
of
nothing.
barracks, and that's it. And so my buddies Elsesser and Rosenfeld, we always had barracks room parties, and we had a gigundous pyramid of Meisterbrau. Like it was huge. Like it was from the floor. I mean, it was a huge fucking pyramid of empty beer cans. And eventually it got destroyed, and there's just fucking beer cans everywhere. And there's an E5 that was staying in those barracks, and he would just go off on us all the time. And then for 4th of July, we're launching pop bottle rockets at each other down the hallway of these barracks. Well, that got reported. We got in a little bit of trouble for that. But shit like that apparently doesn't happen in the Coast Guard barracks And I question why.
That's because all that shit happens on the boat, as we learned from our Coast Guard guest that was on the
Well-
show, because that boat got banned
Yeah.
from an entire city.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Yeah, you are not allowed to come back to this place.
that's how the Coast Guard got re-ranked for everybody on the show, because
Right.
she
Right.
told her stories more like,
Oh,
oh fuck,
okay.
I gotta scramble the rankings here because
Yeah.
he done got me fucked up.
So that
And
was
they have standards because they don't let Marines on their boats.
that was my barracks experience. Like it was like that every night.
Buttholes are scared.
Every night it was like that.
Apparently not.
So
Not based on the stories she was fucking
For
telling.
real. Jesus.
yeah,
So that's your
yeah. I mean, it was just like it was
It
nonstop.
was a party the whole time.
It was a nonstop party.
Nice.
The whole time. Like there would literally just be random strippers walking the hallways, literally every weekend.
I've got the first weekend story.
All right,
That was like
Yeah,
a tradition for like when the new guys showed up.
What is the first story from when you got to your first unit? And
this
assigned
was-
your first room.
This was first weekend.
okay.
Like this was got there, did the whole 9 yards, got assigned or whatever. And very first weekend, there was this tradition that we upheld. But of course, when you get there, you don't know what any tradition for any fucking unit is because you're the fucking new guy. So nobody knows anything. So I show up. I think there was 5 or 6 of us that assigned at like the same like week.
Right.
We scattered out a little
Yeah.
bit, but 5 or 6 of us that assigned the first week, and not all boots, but all new to the unit. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And so the unit decides they're going to uphold this tradition. So I alluded to this to you earlier when we were talking about. So everybody gets together, they walk around and they gather up like I think it was $25 from everybody, and they booked out an entire Holiday Inn, like the whole thing. And one of those old Holiday Inns with the indoor pool that was like in the middle of the hotel.
With the holodome.
Yeah, with the holodome in the middle.
I remember the holo. That's my
Where
first job was at a holodome.
When you walked out of your door to that little railing, that's what overlooked it, and the whole fucking hotel was just damp. Like everything you touched was. Mike is over here. You can smell that hotel right
Dude,
now, can't
that was
you?
my first job. I was a busboy at the Sierra Cafe
Yeah.
when I was 14.
So, so they booked out the whole thing, the entire fucking thing, and so we all go.
They booked this out because you guys were new guys.
Yeah. So every time they would get like a batch of new assignees.
That's
a boot drop.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was anytime there was more than 2. Because like sometimes you just get guys that would reassign or whatever, and you're not going to
Sure.
fucking do this for like one new guy. So I just lucked out and ended up coming in a week that it was 5 or 6 of us or whatever. So they were like, we got to break in all the new guys.
Right.
Cool. I'm in. Whatever. Let's do this. So they booked this whole thing out. Everybody's getting in vehicles. Fucking had to stop at Poncho's first and get fucking hammered. and then
Gotta love ponchos. We had
Every-
Poncho Villa.
Bunch of Vias.
every military base has a fucking Poncho's
Yeah.
like just outside of it.
That was the best fucking
So
the best
good.
chimichanga I've ever had in my life.
And they had like little
Yeah.
Mexican guys that would serenade you as you're singing. It was great.
This place had a 42-ounce margarita, and I'm pretty sure 30 ounces of it were tequila.
Yeah,
like it was
perfect.
Bless
fucking
their hearts.
rowdy. Yeah, and 120-ounce beers. So we all go there, and then we carpool over to this thing, and the hotel like knew we were coming,
Yeah.
and I find out later down the road that they've kind of gotten used to,
Tradition.
this time it was 187 of us that showed up at the same time.
Jesus.
So they'd gotten used to kind of what happens with this hotel. And I didn't realize till the second or third time this happened that,
You know, the hospitality workers are like, here they fucking come again.
well, I didn't realize that every time this happened until like the second or third time we were going, they had removed all the art in the rooms, like all of that horrible hotel art that hung on the walls. It was all gone.
just in case.
Whenever we'd show up, like everything had been like pulled off the walls. And I was like, it's kind of smart, actually. I'm not going to lie. So anyways, so we all show up, and I wasn't infantry, so we had a mixed unit. It was male, female, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
It wasn't like, 187 dudes. So shit goes down or whatever. But interspersed in all this, I found out after the fact that there's a couple of dancing professionals that get mixed into the unit that also happen to have secondary professions after the club closes.
Nice.
So they break all the new guys in
Hookers.
with these
Talking about
girls.
hookers.
Yeah. Hookers. So they break all these new guys in with these
Very
girls,
nice ladies.
but they've been around the unit so much at this point that they speak like they're a member.
And they have a better challenge coin than you'll ever get.
Yeah. So they speak like they're a member of the unit.
This is when I fucked the Joint Chiefs.
Like, whoa!
So they know all the lingo, all the slang, like they know everybody's last name. And so you show up bright and shiny, and I thought I was closing the deal with this fucking staff sergeant and everything was going to be fucking groovy. Nope. Turns out the trick to this is they get you hammered, they hook you up with this girl, you get laid, and then you wake up in the morning and your fucking ID card and your orders and everything are fucking gone. Like they fucking take all of it. So you spend this whole weekend fucking getting shit-faced, and then everybody goes back Sunday night to get back on post. Except for the 5 or 6 new fucking people that now have no identification and can't get back on post to report.
Somewhere there's a hooker
Coming
with like
back
a
with
fucking.
with just a wall with all the cat cards and
Just
fucking
fucking-
stuff to it.
looks like fucking Fight Club, the back of the door.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get back on post like Monday at like 4 a.m. Trying to get back on post for fucking formation. Nope. Me and the other, there were 6 of us because there was 5 of us all standing there. None of us had ID. None of us had fucking orders. None of us we didn't have jack shit. Like nothing to prove that we were supposed to be on there other than the I'm new haircut.
Was the gate guard was just like,
Oh,
you guys are new, huh?
And we showed up and they sit there and they looked at me and said the unit name, like everything, just ran it down. We were like, yeah. And they're like, no IDs, huh? And they're like, nope. And they're like, it's gonna be a rough start for you. And I was like, motherfuck. So my brilliant ass goes like, well, could we get a hold of Staff Sergeant Shay? Like, she was with me all weekend. And he goes, what's she now? I was like, yeah. And he goes, Staff Sergeant, huh? I was like, yeah. And she goes, normally she goes with Corporal, but okay. I was like, motherfucker.
Son of a bitch.
Like, yeah. So, that was my very first weekend in the fucking barracks was getting fucking worked.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, I got laid a bunch, but
It's a good weekend. Shit.
but yeah. So it wasn't technically
Corporal
in
Staff
the
Sergeant?
barracks,
Right.
but that was the first like
Nice.
that's the first like break in of the barracks and whatever. After that, it was the normal shit, like
Yeah.
all the pranks and
I
Yeah.
have so many barracks stories.
Yeah,
so
millions.
fucking many.
Michelle's got a barracks story for the first time she was at the barracks. I wish she was here to
learned a new
tell.
word.
she's told that story.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, she has.
I think I told you guys a story about when I pawned a wedding ring once, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
told that
yeah,
story.
I
It's
told
a
that.
great story.
Well,
So
let's try and stick with something
Yeah, let-
normal here
let me
because you
go-
talked about first.
Let me go with
and
the
I talked
first
about
one.
first.
I'll go
What's
with
your,
the first
what's your
one.
first?
And I might have even told this one too, maybe just briefly. I didn't go into detail on it. But so I got to my unit on like a Wednesday or Thursday because I remember there was like 3 days of just getting the fucking shit smoked out of me, and I'm like, well, this is gonna be fun. I showed up with my sleeves rolled up because somebody said that at Fort Campbell you can roll your sleeves up.
Yeah, you told this story.
You can, but not when you're infantry.
Yeah.
Or new.
Yeah. Well, no, if you're new in a pogue, you can do it. It's totally fine. But if you're new in your infantry and you go to your unit, it's not a good time.
it's like you disrespected your first sergeant's mom.
Yeah, it's like literally,
That-
it's like
that's
your
how-
mom's a pussy.
That's how bad of an offense having your sleeves rolled
That
is.
is so bad. But anyway, so I get through that and I get my the first weekend.
It's like walking on the grass.
Yeah, I got the first weekend in the barracks and it is fucking rowdy. Like we had there's 3 stories in the barracks, and I think it was Saturday night we had a 3-story beer bong. But when you're at the bottom taking the beer bong, there's just people pouring random shit into it at the top.
Yeah.
And you have 30-something feet of booze before you actually drink it.
Yeah.
So you don't know if you're getting beer, Jack Daniels, tequila,
Or all of the above.
fucking
Somebody's spit
whatever
bottle.
the fuck somebody
Yeah.
might have peed in it. Like you don't even know, but you go take the beer bong.
Yep,
Okay,
that-
cool.
That's how I
whatever.
learned I hate Remy Martin. Actually,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
But so I partake in all of that. I have a great time. I mean, I'm super underage. I think I was 19, shit faced. You know, like everyone 19 think you can drink. No, you really can't.
No, you can't.
Right. So I'm shit faced, passed fuck out, wake up, Sunday morning, fuck, cool, whatever. Doc comes through the barracks. Who's got a hangover? I raise my hand, fucking sits down, gives me an IV, and I'm like, this is the best place in the world. I'm like, oh, I just did a 3-story beer bong. I'm hungover and I get an IV. Like, I'm in.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking taking care of y'all. Fuck.
Yeah, your unit was apparently way cooler than mine was.
So Sunday's super chill. Get fucking clean my room, get my uniform ready, polish my boots because I'm a boot. I'm new. That's what I got to do. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking ready for Monday. Let's do this. I'm not gonna be a shitbag. Nobody's gonna smoke me. Monday morning rolls around. We do PT. Get down to PT. We got hour to change, eat, be back down formation. 9 o'clock formation. Fucking, I'm there 8:45. I'm like, fucking, I'm crushing this. I'm doing good now. My sleeves aren't rolled up. I get everything all set, right? And these guys walk out with the MP armbands, but instead of saying MP on it, it says CID. The CID walks over. Hey, Private Simons, we need to speak with you. Roger's harder. I didn't know what the fuck's going on.
Hey, you don't even know what CID is.
No fucking idea. I didn't even know no idea. So they pull me into one of the little conference rooms in the company area, and they sit me down, and there's fucking 6 dudes and me. And they're looking at me like I fucking murdered everybody over the weekend. And I'm just looking at them like, I don't know who you are. I don't know where I'm at or why I'm here. But I know I'm in the right uniform, so you can't make me do push-ups.
And I shaved this morning.
I did. I'm like, you try the ID card trick. I'm good. Look at my boots. I can see myself. But so we're sitting in there, and you start, I'm staff sergeant so-and-so with CID, blah, blah, blah. And
you're like, what's CID?
Literally, we just have a couple of questions for you and everything like that. Do you have any, anything you want to say before we get started? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what? I don't know what CID is. And we investigate crimes that happen on base.
Criminal Investigative Division.
Yeah.
There you go. For those of you out there that listen and
And,
didn't serve.
And I was like,
It's the really, really bad MPs.
but then I literally
It's MP detectives.
I was
It's MPs that can also buddy fuck MPs.
Yeah.
I was so much of a boot at that point and so afraid of just getting fucking smoked because of the first 3 days that I show up, my life was a living hell. I was like, yeah, I was drinking over the weekend. I'm sorry, I'm only 19. I didn't buy it. Yeah.
Started admitting shit
I was
you
just
shouldn't
like,
admit,
I'm
you fucking boot. What a boot move.
Yeah, I was like, that's how fucking new in the army I was. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know it was that big of a deal. And he's like, no. He's like, that's not what we're here to talk to you about. And I'm like, well, other than that, I don't know I don't know why I'm here. That was it. I got drunk in the barracks over the weekend, and I knew I shouldn't have, and now I'm in trouble, and I'm really sorry, guys. And they're like, that's not it. And they're like, do you know so and so? And they named some chick's name, and I'm like, never heard of her name before in my life. And then they show me a picture of, do you know what this girl looks like? And I'm like, never seen her before in her life. Went through this whole line of questioning for 45 minutes. And I'm like, I don't know anything of what you guys are talking about right now. I'm honest to God truth. And they're fucking just grilling me, threatening me with all kinds of shit. And I'm like, I don't know. I've never seen that girl before in my life. And so finally they let me leave. I go back up to the barracks and I'm like, hey, as soon as I walk up, 4 guys came over and they're like, oh, fuck, what was that all about? I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I thought I was in trouble for drinking over the weekend. They started asking me if I knew this chick and this pictures and all this stuff. And these guys are like, oh. And I'm like, what happened? Nothing. And I'm like, no, not fucking nothing. I'm like, I just got interrogated for 45 minutes. Fuck you, nothing. Long story short. This chick, I think she was a cook or fucking something. I don't even know. She was some fucking other unit on base. Decided to come hang out in the barracks over the weekend. Saturday night, after I passed out from doing all the beer bongs and have no idea what was in them.
What's this bitch claiming rape now?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't one person.
A tale as old as time.
Exactly. But it wasn't one person.
This is where the train comes into play, my son.
People. Woo! Yeah. I was like, God damn. It's like, you fuckers didn't wake me up.
28
people. It was literally every single person that was in our area of the barracks. And
you should be happy they didn't wake you up.
I kind of am.
Right?
Because I was a new guy. So
you'd have been 29, motherfucker.
I know. Thank you.
And the questioning would have gone way differently.
So how it all played out was, so this chick comes over to the barracks and full intention of just like, hey guys, my legs are open, and whoever wants to come over and have fun can come have some fun. But then she came back on Sunday.
Classy girl.
Did the same thing on Sunday night.
She's got goals.
I was just doing my own thing all day Sunday because I was trying to be squared away private, and didn't get involved in any of it. Clearly didn't get invited to any of it. But the same thing happened. But
It's because obviously that you can't be trusted.
But she ended up passing out in somebody's room, and didn't make formation in the morning. So her excuse to not get in trouble at formation
was drugged and raped.
I was drugged and raped last night. So when 28 people have the same exact story, and then a couple dudes have no fucking idea what's going on, and then you have one chick that the story is the complete polar opposite of everything else. Nobody in the platoon got in trouble. The truth finally came out. The chick admitted, blah, 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 whatever, cool. She ended up getting in trouble.
Wow, that's a fucking first.
Can you imagine having to admit that truth, though?
Especially in 2001, dude.
If she didn't admit it, those guys would the investigation would have kept going.
Yeah,
you know,
it
would
have kept going,
and it just wouldn't have stopped. That was my first Monday morning at a brand new company, and I'm like, what in the fuck?
Yeah, I think I was there for that. I mean, I was.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop you because your wife listens to the show.
We know who number 28 was.
I was married, living at home at the time, but I was in the unit at the time. So the next Monday I get there, and
you were at the unit, or you were in the unit, or your unit was in it.
Yes,
both. But but boy, did I hear some stories. Wow. So.
Mikey, what was your first weekend like in the barracks?
Locked you. Your next couple weekends were not as adventurous.
No,
if I
was
remember
going to
right.
say, so weekend 2, we couldn't do shit.
You couldn't
and
do
we had
anything.
We had a guard on every floor. We had every hour until midnight. We had formation in the company area, and then starting again at 05:30. So we only had 5.5 hours of sleep. And then 05:30, we started half an hour formations for accountability to make sure nobody fucking tried to sneak out at night and come back and do their shit.
Yeah.
And
see, you hear stories like that about the whole, we only got 5.5 hours of sleep, we only got 2 hours of sleep, we only got 4 hours of sleep, and then everybody's amazed when veterans can fall asleep fucking anywhere, anytime, any place. Where it's like,
I literally, we'd be sitting in a barracks room, or anywhere, just doing a block of instruction on something. And they're like, okay, we got 12 minutes and then we're going to be moving. I'm instant.
Yeah.
You just turn it on. What was your first weekend like in the
field?
barracks, Mikey?
I was in the field. I got out of SOI, went to fucking. All right, so I graduated SOI on the night of Y2K, so they gave me 8 days of leave because of Y2K.
Wow,
which is hilarious.
That is hilarious,
right? Because nothing happened, but I got an extra 8 days of leave, so I was fucking cool.
You know, they spent $500 billion to make sure nothing happened on Y2K.
Yeah.
Jesus,
it was thousands and thousands of programmers. They brought programmers out of retirement that had written code from however long ago to make sure nothing happened. So although it looks like it was all for nothing, it was like, well, we spent $500 billion to make sure nothing happened. So
yeah.
I get back off leave. I go to machine gunner school, go to machine gunner's course, check into my unit, and they're like, what's your name? I'm like, fucking Lance Corporal Fahey. And they're like, all right, you're in fucking 1-1 weapons, fucking, all right, you're going to the field. I'm like, okay. So like my first fucking weekend in the fleet was in the fucking field. So when I finally did get a chance to go to the barracks.
Okay, what was first barracks weekend?
So
which y'all have a name for it, right? Because y'all call it boot drop.
Well, all right,
or
so
whatever.
Like when you got dropped with 6 people into your unit or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be called a boot drop for us. And it's only when SOI fucking when the floodgates
so it's
open.
literally the off the bus. That's what you guys
brand
call
new
a boot
kids.
drop. Okay.
Because they all show up in clumps. It's a boot drop, and it's like, all right, we got a boot drop. Great, Then they start divvying them up into fire teams and into squads and all this shit, and vice versa. And so my first, I guess, I go to the field. Fuck. All right. So my bad luck started very, very early. Okay. As far as getting hurt.
What'd you get hit by?
A truck, a 5-ton. So
how can you not dodge a fucking 5-ton?
So we were training officer students.
He only was trained to 2.5 ton and down.
And we were
It's all my license for this.
I was 2.5 short.
supposed to be a deuce and a half. This is fucked. We were training officer students as Op 4, and they'd issued
You're
us.
lucky it wasn't a 7-tonner. You'd have been fucked.
So they issued us fucking white urban camouflage to wear.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to be like the Algerians or whatever the fuck, right? And like we were at Combat Town in SOI, so I literally just went right back to where I just fucking was to do this training, right? We're in Combat Town, and I'm wearing white urban camis, and we're like fucking up these fucking lieutenants that don't know what the fuck they're doing, and then they're like, all right, we need 2 volunteers. Boots, you just volunteered. They're like, go get your sweatshirts. You guys are going to be refugees that they have to come in and rescue now on the next mission. So I was like, all right. And they're like, where's your sweatshirt? I'm like, it's in a 5-ton. They're like, go grab it. So I lean my weapon against it. Was backed up to some bleachers. I lean my weapon against the bleachers, and I climb up in the fucking 5-ton, grab my sweatshirt, jump down. As I jump down, old 5-ton, there were standards, had it in gear. Dude started it. It lunged backwards, hit me in the shoulder. On the way down, I caught my weapon, and my BFA on my weapon,
Blank firing adapter.
thank you, fucking catches me right here in the fucking eye.
Oh, you told the story, and there was a doctor that sewed you up.
Yeah.
Saved your eye, yeah.
26 stitches in my eye. That was my first fucking week. So I get back to my barracks room.
Mikey pops and goes, I was born for this.
I get back to my barracks room because obviously they medevaced me out of the field. Right? Like,
His first question, do I get a Purple Heart for this?
No. And
Non-deployed.
I get back and my 2 roommates who
It's
I
not
knew.
service related.
I knew from school and shit. I walk in and they're like, what the fuck happened to your eye? Because I'm like, eye patched up and shit. And I'm like, I got hit by a fucking truck. And I tell them and they're like, what the fuck? So,
This shit wasn't in the pamphlet.
so the rest of the
My
platoon,
recruiter lied.
the rest of the platoon gets back and my NCOs are like, how's your eyeball? And I'm like, oh, it's good to go, Corporal. And they're like, all right. They're like, well, we got you a welcome gift and for being so fucking tough, man. Here's a bottle of Jim Beam, which is the exact reason why I don't drink Jim Beam anymore is because of this. So I'm like, well, I need a mixer because I'm not taking this fucking shit to the face because I'm 17, barely 18 maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. So I start getting I go down to the soda machine in the barracks and I fucking plug it in quarters and getting fucking Pepsis, right? So I'm just mixing it in this fucking like shaker tub.
Yeah.
Jim Beam and Pepsi and just fucking taking it to the face. Next thing I know, that bottle's fucking gone. And I am fucking trashed. And I'm in my barracks room puking, about to pop fucking stitches out of my eyeball. And I walk out and my 2 roommates got told if you don't jump him when he comes out, we're going to fuck you 2 up. So I walk out, they jump me. Now I'm in a fucking fight with 2 other Marines. Both my buddies, but I fucking choke one out. I throw the other one against a wall and I fucking go fucking full Hulk. And I'm just like, don't fucking touch me. Just freaking the fuck out. The NCOs are they're on the catwalk watching through the window and they're all laughing and shit. And then I Hulk out and I look over and I'm like, who's fucking next? I'm drunk, blacked out, seeing red at this point. So all they see is a dude with a fucking eye patch, drunk as fuck, who just beat the shit out of 2 fucking relatively fucking strappy gentlemen. And I'm pointing them out. And I'm like, who's fucking next? And they're like, holy fuck, do not fuck with that kid when he's drinking. I don't remember fuck all of this. I got all of this secondhand. Right? And yeah, that was my first barracks party.
Nice.
Was fucking just got blacked
so
out
many
stupid hammered.
So the moral of the story here is
Coast Guard.
fucking,
Pick up your fucking
Yeah,
Get your
step
shit
up.
together.
What
God
the
damn
fuck?
it.
Or
So,
your
like-
son needs to go find some shit.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I
it's
got
one of the
another
2.
fun one.
The good news for me is he's not getting in trouble.
This one is just.
How is that good news?
fun.
I want to bring the mood down real quick while I'm on the story.
Okay.
Those 2 guys who fucking jumped me were my buddies John Stock and Danny Squire. All right, and because today's Memorial Day, it reminded me of them because both of those guys, both of my fucking first roommates, are no longer with us.
Yeah.
John was obviously my son's namesake,
Yep.
and his middle name is Daniel because of Danny. Like both of those guys. So
Yeah, well,
I'll drink to that.
Sorry to bring that
I'll
one
raise
down.
it.
Yeah, you
boys.
got it.
Here's those boys. 2 fucking degenerates in their own right. Believe me, they'd have fucking drank with us. Fuck. Well, Danny would have had 4 sips and he'd have been fucking asleep, but John would have fucking handled. Anyways,
On a lighter note.
yeah, funny barrack story now.
So I got a really funny barrack story. So probably about 6 months after I got to Fort Campbell, they just opened up a new aviation barracks.
Yep.
And these were like the most baller fucking barracks
They were
known
sweet.
in the history of the fucking U.S. Army at that point. Now,
Nice.
fast forward like 5 years after that, and they were like shitholes.
Yeah.
Sure.
But at the time,
That's because they fill them with soldiers.
they were amazing, right? But they were
It's the 5-year plan, man.
so they were like
Cutter.
all of our barracks were
And lighter.
all of our barracks were they had like kind of breezeways in between, like it was open air like hallways in between all the rooms. Where the new aviation barracks, they had internal hallways.
It was kind of like, it was laid out
was like-
kind of like the Pentagon, where it was
Yeah,
hallways and then you turn in another
Yep.
hallway. Yeah.
but
A lot of rooms.
All our shit is like fucking like H-frame.
so about that time also,
Ours
is,
were internals. We also had black mold in the bathrooms and shit, but
Yeah.
they were internal hallways.
I bought a computer, and collectively we got internet because we were all broke privates. And that was right about the time when the internet started to like come around and like people were using it, like 01-ish, end of 01, beginning of 02.
Yeah, that's when you were downloading
Yeah.
porn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there were like chat rooms and like
Buffering.
random stuff, and I got
Which is the only reason that you bought a computer.
I have a million stories about chat rooms. Those are fucking hilarious too. But so I don't even know who. I mean, it was like a community computer. Whoever wanted to fucking come on, do whatever, go for it. Don't care. Just
So
if
it
you
was a
see
lot
something
of
cool,
porn.
it comes a lot. It's a million fucking viruses. Like I had to
Yeah.
restart I had to reboot the computer like every day, literally like factory reset, like assholes.
yeah. The Trojan horses
But
were
so
real.
somebody found a video of somebody who made a slip and slide outside with the painter's plastic shit.
Yep.
Sure.
And that was like 0102, and this is the first time any of us saw this, and we're like, I can't believe I've never thought of this before. Like, where can we do this? I don't know if you guys ever been to Fort Campbell or not, but it's flat. There's no fucking hills. There's no there isn't a place where you can like roll down some fucking shit and make a slip and slide. It's not how it works.
Got to build it. Sandbags.
So we had a buddy of ours who made friends, I don't know how, maybe met him at a bar one night or something, with somebody who lived in the aviation barracks. So they're like, hey, we're throwing a party tonight in our barracks. You should bring some of your friends over, and it's gonna be a fun time. So we go over there like 2 squads deep. Now you got literally like 16 infantrymen walking into
Looking to party.
walking into an aviation barracks with like cases of beer and handles of fucking booze. Like, this ain't our barracks. There's no laws. We can do whatever the fuck we want here. So we walk into this barracks, and not even 30 minutes into the night, we create a slip and slide inside the hallway on their 3rd floor. No fucking plastic or anything. We just find soap from people's rooms and just fucking like start filling buckets of water. And we had one guy running down the hallway with soap, and everyone's just dumping fucking water out of the rooms into the hallway. And it was fucking
Nice.
epic. Like, you could get a nice sprint, come around the corner and dive and slide like 100 feet down this hallway. And it was awesome. The best fucking time ever. Until their fucking
CQ.
until their CQ was like, literally opens the fucking hall or the stairway door, and it's like, who's making all the and, I'm assuming he's gonna end with noise, but just stop right there, because like there's like 3 dudes in silkies like just sliding down the hallway, and they're like, oh, they're grabbing on shit trying to stop, and everyone's trying to run the other way, and it's a fucking slip and slide. Nobody could go anywhere. So this CQ dude starts chasing people. And I mean, it was like fucking Bambi on ice. It was so awesome. It was awesome. So needless to say, we all got out of there fucking scot-free. Like, and we kind of got in trouble a little bit. Like, we got called in the next Monday morning. We're like, hey, we got reports you guys were partying over the aviation barracks over the weekend. We're like, yeah. Like, did you guys destroy anything? We're like, actually, we didn't. They're like, you didn't? We're like, no. Well, we got reports. One of the guys was just like, well, we had a slip and slide on the 3rd floor. My platoon sergeant's like, you had what? Like, we had a slip and slide. And he's like,
There you go again. Fucking admitting shit they shouldn't admit
he goes,
to.
in their barracks. And the dude's like, yeah. He's like, how? He's like, oh, we just put soap and water and everyone just slid down the hallway. And he's like, their hallways are like that?
What kind of bougie shit is this?
At that point, I was like, we're not in trouble anymore. Yeah.
No, see, all Marine Corps barracks are all external. They're all like catwalks. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Until I went to Okinawa,
any
Okinawa
rowdy-
had internal ones.
Any rowdy unit, they don't have internal hallways.
Yeah.
It's all external.
Well, in Okinawa they do it for typhoon reasons.
Yeah.
You know, because it's fucking, so it's all like, you know, internal. Now, I can tell you my first weekend in Okinawa when I first show up. I showed up on a Friday and I get to my unit. And I checked in from a schoolhouse as an instructor. So I had kids that were there that were my students before. And they were all like, oh shit, Sergeant Fahey, what's up, dog? Fucking we're bullshitting and stuff. And I'm like, what's up, brother? We're catching up and shit. And they were like, oh, we're having a party. We mixed a bunch of jungle juice. We're down at the gazebo out back. And I was like, all right, they had like a little fucking like gazebo thing out back of the parking lot. And we're picking table and shit. And everybody was down there drinking. He's like, come down, I'll introduce you to all the guys. And, you know, let them know that you're the new man. Because I was coming there. I was now their platoon sergeant. I was about to be on Monday morning anyways. I was like, yeah, dude, I'd love to. You know, so I could walk in down there and right off the fucking bat, I said something and I was like, man, this is going to be a new experience. There's females here at this unit. You know, I'd never been around females. And he's like, yeah, there's females. And he was like, watch this. And he's like, and I won't say your name just in case she ever hears it because I know the chick's still around. But he was like, hey, fucking so-and-so, why don't you show the new guy the goods? She was like, what, this? Drunk as fuck, drops trowel, pulls her shirt over her head, is like, ugh. No fucking idea that Lance Corporal is talking to a sergeant and fucking showing her sergeant, her new sergeant, fucking her titties and shit. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, I looked at him, he goes, yep. And I was like, God damn it. I'm going to have to deal with this shit, aren't I? And he goes, yeah. Yeah. He goes, why do you think there's an open spot, bro? The last guy fucking requested orders real quick. I was like, God damn it. Monday morning, she's like, I go walking in and I'm at, like behind, they're in formation. I'm standing behind them. And the fucking platoon commander, this chief warrant officer, is out there talking. And he's like, all right, I'm going to introduce you guys to this new platoon sergeant, Sergeant Fahey, front center. And I come walking up and he fucking post, boom. And I'm like, you know, good morning, sir. Sergeant Fahey reporting his order. And he's like, take charge of the Marines, carry out the plan of days. Aye, aye, sir. He leaves. I flip around. And like, I turn around and the first person standing fucking front and center to me is that fucking bitch. And I'm just like, mm-hmm. She's like, oh, fuck.
I literally been like, drop.
I'm like, Eddie's everyone. And I'm like, good morning, my name's Sergeant Fahey, da-da-da-da. She goes to talk, I was like, shut your fucking mouth. And she was just like, oh shit. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you guys did to this last guy. Fucking playtime's over. Like, I was pissed, man. I was like, that was my first, and I was like, Okinawa's gonna be fun.
2 bananas later.
Oh, right? Like, and then the next weekend.
Yeah.
Probably 2 or 3 weekends after that was the first one. But yeah, not far off.
Well, fuck boys.
Fuck boys.
We've told some stories.
Yeah.
We've encouraged the Puddle Pirates to step up their barracks game.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've
The puddle.
they need to, because we set the bar fucking high, boys.
It's high.
we've gone ahead and showed
I'm
that
just scratching the surface.
all of us when we joined didn't know what the fuck we were doing and got severely taken advantage of.
Sure.
If I walked into my recruiter's office, I'm like, I want to jump out of planes and blow shit up.
Well, there
That's
you
a
go.
bad idea.
And I think on that note, I'd like to go ahead and raise my glass to you boys
Absolutely.
and say thank you for being my freedom friends.
Jazz, you know what? Thank you, buddy.
And I don't want to bring us too down, but I do think it's important that on this day of days, we raise our glass and say thank you to all of those freedom friends that didn't make it back.
That's
and it's
right.
the reason that we get to enjoy this beautiful country that we enjoy. So
Yeah.
to all those that we lost and all those here that carry on that memory, we thank every single one of you.
Thanks, guys.
So for all of us that are lucky enough, I'm going to skip all the others, but for all of us that are lucky enough to still be here, I'm going to encourage you all to smoke on, drink on, and freedom the fuck on. Talk to you guys later.